Hi, welcome. Let's get started with our winter solstice celebration. I'm just going to take a few moments here to share this out to other pages, okay? So settle in, get your spoons if you want to see if you can bend a spoon with your mental focus and intentions. And we're going to do some other psychic games as well as bring on some readers from our group here at Spiritual Psychic Mediumship group page to give some readings today, okay, in our celebration. All right, so give me just a few moments. Hi, welcome. Okay, just give me a couple more moments here and I am going to share this out. There we go. Okay, welcome. Hello, Claudel. I'm glad that you are here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. There's lots that I've got to share here in regards to the history of the winter solstice. So, welcome one and all to today's winter solstice celebration. I want to begin today's celebration with some history behind this whole phenomenon of the sun, you know, um, giving us the shortest day and the longest day, okay, the longest night. So I want you to imagine, go take yourself back to the days when there was no electricity, which meant no central heat to keep you warm and no internet to socialize with. Can't call somebody up on the phone either. All that people had to entertain themselves were each other and their stories, memories, music, and some good food to share. At night, to keep warm during the winter, they had their fireplaces burning with wood to keep them warm and safe throughout the night. So when the winter solstice was getting close, this meant that they would be in the dark longer than normal, which would be scarier, right? Like even today, I researched, and today here where I live, the day is only going to be a 10-hour day. And normally it is longer than that. And then the longest day of the year is about a 15-hour day. So if you can imagine being back in the time, again, with no electricity and only having a 10-hour day, you had to prepare yourself for that, right? You had to make sure there was enough wood for the fire, food for the day, shelter for the night. So it's hard to see at nighttime what's happening to you. And perhaps these people even believed that on this very special night of all nights that the sun was dying, right? And or being renewed or rebirthed regenerated to bring forth the next year of warmth for crops to grow, fresh rain to fall instead of the snow, the songs of the birds to be renewed, and the glorious colors of the earth to return to blossoms and flowers. So thousands of people around the globe will herald in the winter solstice in their own unique way. The shortest day of the year and the longest night here in the Northern Hemisphere, with century-old rituals like soaking in fruit-filled baths and or dressing up as a devilish folklore legend that punishes naughty children around Christmas time. The solstice, which falls on December 21st of this year, today, woohoo, marks the first day of winter. It starts the moment the northern hemisphere is pointed at its farthest distance from the sun. The winter solstice is considered a turning point in the year in many cultures. The sacred day is also called Yule to pagans and celebrating the birth of the new solar year, according to Circle Sanctuary, a prominent pagan group here in America. Dozens of pagans and druids head to Stonehenge, an iconic site in England, to pay tribute to the sun during the winter solstice. Cultures around the world have long held feasts and celebrated holidays around the winter solstice. Fire and light are traditional symbols of celebrations held on the darkest day of the year. The winter solstice is the day of the year again with the fewest hours of daylight, and it marks the start of astronomical winter. And after the winter solstice, the days start to become longer and the nights start to become shorter as spring approaches. Okay, so humans may have observed the winter solstice as nearly as Neolithic period, the last part of the Stone Age, beginning about 10,200 BC. That's how observant we've been. So again, think about how life would have been like thousands of years ago. There would have been no electricity, no internet, no television, no cell phones. People paid attention to some very important aspects that held tremendous importance to them. And what were they? The sun, the moon, and the stars. They were very important aspects. You know, the sun helped bring warmth and grow the crops and provide the moisture for the wind and the rain. And the stars at night helped the travelers, figure out where they were in relationship to the landscape around them. All of these things were very important, and they understood them more than any of us do at this point in time. So the daily travel of the sun across the sky to bring a sunrise for warmth and light, and then the sunset to allow the sky to bring the stars out, was very profound and magical to our ancient ancestors. Myths, stories, and legends were incorporated around the sun, moon, and stars. So let me show you some really interesting photos of some of these very important places. So in Newgrange, there is a Neolithic monument called Newgrange in Ireland. And then in Scotland, there is one. It's called I believe I'm saying this right, Maeshowe. These were built and aligned with the sunrise on the winter solstice. Some archaeologists have theorized that these tomb-like structures served a very religious purpose in which Stone Age people held rituals to capture the sun on the year's shortest day. Now, dozens of people, I'm going to show you another picture. Here's the inside of this monument. That's the inside of it right there. Now, people in Ireland get so excited about this, they will actually camp out. They're allowed to camp out around this area and hold, like their own little parties, their own little rituals. And then there's also a lottery that they do. They actually have people put in a request to be actually go inside this monument and actually witness the sun being captured and then coming in through the tomb. And this is what it looks like. Let me see if I can bring it up here. I'm going to bring that one down. And so when the time is right and the sun is coming, it comes right straight through that monument to show the beautiful sunrise. This Stone Age monument contains a 62-foot passage that leads into a chamber that is aligned with the sun as it rises during the winter solstice. So between December 19th and December 23rd, around dawn, the sunlight pierces through the top of the chamber and slowly illuminates the room for about 17 minutes. Isn't that cool? I just absolutely love that. So this is Ireland. All right, so now we are going to take a trip all the way across to England. We're going to talk about Stonehenge. Stonehenge, which is oriented toward this winter solstice sunset, okay, may also have been a place of December rituals for the Stone Age people. So let me show you some really nice pictures of Stonehenge. There we go. Here's another one. England's famous Stonehenge lures thousands of visitors during the summer and winter solstices. Revelers gather at this prehistoric site of ancient stones in Wiltshire to sing, dance, play instruments, kiss the stones, and do yoga as they wait for the sun to rise. The iconic Stonehenge is known for its precise alignment with the sun's movement and may have been a sacred place of worship and celebration for solstices for thousands of years, according to a group, the English Heritage, which manages this popular destination. So now we're going to move to Rome. Let's move to the Romans. And let's see how they celebrate their winter solstice. So, the ancient Romans held several celebrations around the time of the winter solstice, and they had what they called Saturnalia. Saturnalia, a holiday in honor of Saturn. The god of agriculture, was a week-long celebration in the days leading up to the winter solstice. Saturnalia was what they called a hedonistic time when food and drink were plentiful and the normal Roman social order was turned upside down. For a week, slaves would become masters, peasants would command of the city, and businesses and schools were closed so that people could join in the fun. Also around the time of winter solstice, Romans observed what they called Juvenalia, and this was honoring a feast honoring their children of Rome. Now, in addition to Saturnalia, the upper classes of the Roman times celebrated the birthday of a Persian god called Mithra. Mithra was an ancient Persian god of light. Do you see that like halo around his head? Glowing? It was believed that Mithra, an infant god, was born of a rock. For some Romans, Mithra's birthday was the most sacred day of the year. In the later Roman Empire, Mithra blended with another festival or another god called Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun. Now, some theorists say they believe that the early Roman Catholic Church may have chosen the same date of December 25th for Christmas in order to kind of remove the pagan ritual, right? Because at that time, Christianity was just full blown, and everybody was being taught to believe in Christianity. And so it is a theory that they believe that they did that. Some Christian scholars say no, that didn't really happen. But I just think that's very interesting that the god of the sun, Mithra, was believed to have been born on December 25th. Okay, so now we're going to go to Scandinavia for the Norse people. Okay. Now, the ancient Norsemen of Scandinavia, they celebrated Yule, okay, from the winter solstice through January, okay? And so, what is this Yule? Have you heard of the Yule Log? Here it is. Here's the tradition. In recognition for the return of the sun, fathers and son would bring home large logs. Now, to me, that's not a log. That is like a big tree, right? A big tree. But they called it a Yule log. And they would set one end of this log on fire, and the people would feast until the log burned out, which took about as many as 12 days. Okay, so it kind of makes me wonder, the 12 days of Christmas, perhaps it was written around the time of tending to this log, making sure that it was kept burning for this whole time of their celebration. And the Norsemen believed that when a spark came from the log, that it was representing a new piglet that was born for food, or a calf that would be born during the coming year to bring them the food and the strength and the sustenance to remain healthy and alive, right? Pretty cool, huh? So that's where we come up with the Yule log. Now, my mother, she would have on, let's see if I can find the photo here. There it is. She would have on her Christmas table a Yule log with candles. And I remember thinking, what the heck is that? Why do we have a piece of wood on our table? Here it is. Isn't that fascinating? It's representing the time when people celebrated the Yule log and coming together and celebrating. I know, isn't it really interesting? Yes, Lori. So that's where the Yule log comes from. I just absolutely love it. Okay. So let's go on and talk about the Inca Empire. Now, the Inca Empire paid homage to the sun god Inti at a winter solstice celebration called the Sun Festival. So let me find Inti. There he is, painted on the side of an ancient temple. In Peru, like the rest of the southern hemisphere, the winter solstice actually takes place in June for them. The Incas fasted for 3 days before the solstice, before dawn on the day of the solstice, and they went to a ceremonial plaza and they waited for the sunrise. When it appeared, they crouched down before it, offering golden cups of chicha, a sacred beer made from fermented corn. Animals, including llamas, were sacrificed during the ceremony, and the Incas used a mirror to focus the sun's rays and kindle a fire. Now, here's another really neat photo, or actually an image of God Inti. Here he is holding fire in his hands, and he's got that radiating fire from his halo, pretty much. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. So those are some of the ways in which our ancient people and even people today still kind of celebrate. And, the greenery with the lights. Oh, let me show you one thing really quickly. I want to talk about the Saint Lucia. Let me bring down this gentleman here, this god. Saint Lucia was a saint, of course, who would go and travel during the night to bring food to those Christians who were locked up at one point or another. And so she would wear a wreath around her head with candles and light. And now today they even celebrate this in their churches, and the girls all dressed up with the red sashes, and they're holding lights. So here we're getting our evergreens and the lights, and I'm sure this actually passed on to putting lights into fir trees, which would be our Christmas trees. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. All right, so let's bring this down, and we are going to bring in Miss Honey for some games and fun. Ah, there she is. Hello, how are you? Oh, I love it.
This is the one and only time I'll be flashing for everybody.
Woohoo! Oh, that's great. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited. I do have my little Santa hat here. I don't know if I should put it on, but since you're all lit up and looking gorgeous, I'll try to put my hat on.
I've got hairband thing too.
Yeah,
I was going to put on, but it would have been much.
There we go. All right.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Happy winter solstice. Happy Hanukkah that's coming up as well. That's one thing I didn't do. Look up what the Jewish people did. I'm sure they have done something for winter solstice. So thank you. Okay. So I asked Honey to come on and to help me do some psychic games with everybody. I hope you're ready to have some fun.
I'm all for it. Fun is my name.
Yeah? Okay. We're going to do the dice game. Okay. Are you ready, everybody? The dice game. Okay. So get your pen and paper or whatever. I'm going to play 2, and I'm going to put my numbers down here on my little, what do you call this thing? Notebook pad. Okay.
Get a bit of paper. Oh, there we go. Okie dokie. I have my bit of paper.
All right. Awesome. All right. So let's get into let's focus. And I'm going to get my little Tibetan singing bowl. Hold on. I'm going to grab it. There we go. And we're just going to take a couple deep breaths. Listen to the bowl, and we're going to relax the body, which helps to heighten your psychic senses. Okay, this is why meditation is so very important. Okay, so here we go. Oops, wait, I got to take my ring off. If I don't take my little metal ring off, it won't ring properly. Okay, here we go. All right, so you're going to breathe in through your nose and hold it for a couple seconds, and then you're going to exhale. Okay, here we go. So just go ahead and inhale. And exhale when you're ready. And inhale. And exhale. Okay. I feel energetically ready. How about you, honey?
I'm bursting here. I'm flashing even. This is how energized I am. I'm able to flash my headband, the earrings as well, and the necklace.
Whoa, talk about energy. That's great. All right, here we go. Okay, here it is. Tune in. 2 dice. There's 2 dice here. 2.
Alrighty, I'm
Okay.
sorted.
All right. All right. For those of you who are playing, you got to put in your comments. Let us
Alrighty.
know.
Oh yes, the comments. Thank you, Laurie. I was keeping that under wraps. I didn't want to let it all out and spoil the surprise.
Oh my gosh. All right, here's mine. Okay, if you have not given this program permission to see your Facebook name, you'll have to put your name next to your in your comments. Like I can only see this. I don't know who this is. So if you could please just put your name in the comments next to your intuitive answer. That way we know who that is, okay? All right. Is that everybody? Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's everybody. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
5, 4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Oh, 1 and a 5. 1 and 5. Let's see. We've got.
Do you know? I saw 5 to start with, and then I saw 4 and
Lori.
2. So I changed it. I know.
Lori got it. Woo! Nice job.
Well done.
Yeah, well done. Okay, and then we had somebody else who won here. We got. Well, somebody put 10, but we'll give you credit for the 1. How's that? We'll give you credit for the 1.
Yeah.
We'll give you credit for that 1. Awesome. Woo-hoo! Okay, here we go. Oh, let me get this comment down. Okay. Here we go. One more.
One bullet.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Oops. All right, that's mine. No way, honey. You did not. You did it the last time. Did you see that? You said
No.
6-3 and I said 3-6.
Oh, telepathy.
Yes. We are in tune together. That's awesome. Okay.
That is the first thing I saw, and I went with it. I'm not changing it. And
that's right. Yep. Don't change it. Don't change it. You got to honor what you get.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
is amazing.
I'm blown away.
Yeah. And the
For
first
that
time you did
tap,
it, you said 4-2, and I said 2-4. So yeah, it's pretty wild. It is pretty wild. Okay, I think that's everybody. 1, 2, 3, 6. Hey, Sherry! Jump in if you want to. We're doing the dice. There she goes. Oh my God, she put 3, 6, 2. Can you believe that? Oh my God. I hope we're not. Here we go. Ready? 10.
That's
9,
3. That's
8.
8.
7. 6.
6.
5. 4.
4.
3,
3.
2, 1. Here we go. I'm nervous.
Blast off.
Blast off. Double sixes.
Now you got me on. Double sixes.
But we got the 6. Look how many people got the 6. Is that freaking amazing or what?
That is. We're all in tune. I love that.
Claudel, let's see. Here we go. Honey got the 6. Claudel got the 6. Okay. And
well done, Claudel.
Lori, again, she was 100% spot on last time, and she is 50% spot on this time. And Sherry, oh my gosh, look at this. Oops, Claudel says, wow. And there's Sherry. Pretty cool, huh? Awesome.
Sherry, well done.
Well done. Okay, now, as much fun as that is, we are going to move on to some spoon bending. Yay! Here we go.
I've got my spoons.
You got your spoon. Yay! Okay.
Spoons. I've got 2, and here's one I done earlier.
Hold it a little higher. All right. There you go. Yes, look at that. Amazing. Nice. All right. So I've been practicing a little bit more than Honey is, but the first time I did it, I did this. Pretty cool. And I'll tell you where I got this idea from. I love the Gaia channel. If you don't have the Gaia channel, it's all about metaphysical shows, people talking about, ancient traditions, just like the winter solstice. They talk about UFOs. They talk about crop circles. They talk about things that you're not going to find on your normal television channel. So that's why I streamlined the Gaia show. And I can't remember, it had something to do with psychic abilities or whatever. But this guy who was a physicist, an engineer, would go around and hold these spoon bending parties back in the 70s. It used to be a huge thing where he would teach people how to bend a spoon with your mental intention. Okay. And so I started practicing on my own and actually got it to swirl and swivel.
That's amazing.
You can actually, take a fork and bend the rinds of the fork, or tines, excuse me, not the rinds, the tines.
Wow.
And what it is you take a spoon, all right? You just take a normal spoon, and we're not going to do a mental bend. We're not doing that, but what we're doing is we're putting our energy into the spoon. Okay, so hold your spoon like this. Is everybody ready? Let me know. Does everybody have their spoon? All right, Honey's got your spoon. Awesome. And so what you do is you basically raise your vibration. Okay. You're going to have fun with this. You're going to enjoy it. And what you're going to do is you're just going to take a couple deep breaths. And feel your body start to tingle with that extra energy that you're releasing. Okay. And you're going to allow that energy from the universe to come through your crown chakra. Feel it buzzing and tingling down through your head, your crown chakra, your third eye, into your shoulders, your arms. And now I want you to concentrate on the energy in your hands. Feel the energy in your hands, okay? And now you're going to say to the spoon, the metal of the spoon, you're going to say, you're going to bend like putty. You're going to feel like ice cream melting in the hot, hot sun. You're going to be like butter, so easy to bend. In fact, you're going to want to bend. We're going to talk to this metal in the spoon, and with our mental focus and our intentions, we are going to loosen up the metal of this spoon, and it's going to be easily bent, okay? We're going to bend it when we feel it easily bending. We're not going to force it. I don't want anybody hurting their hands, okay? So once we've done all this focus and intention, you're going to release it. You're just going to release it. Hold your spoon. Hold your spoon, honey. Just hold it. Now, this is what they call the incubation period, okay? All this energy, all this intention is now in the middle of the spoon. And when you feel ready, go ahead and just touch it. See if the metal in the spoon is really easy to bend. No, not yet for me.
No,
nope.
Not me.
Okay. So let's just have it sit for a little bit longer. Or if you want to, like honey, she's going back into it and putting more intention into it. And when you're ready, try it again.
I can feel my hands tingling.
There it goes. There it goes. And you only have a small window of time to try to twist it. I put lotion on, so I can't twist it, but darn it. Okay, so that's pretty much what I can do with my spoon.
Oh, it went a little bit.
Did it? Okay, cool. So there's that one. Hey, Shayna, hi. You got your spoon? All right, so that's spoon bending.
It's gone a little bit.
Is it
It's gone a little bit.
Good.
Yeah, it's gone a little.
Keep going. Anybody else do their spoon? You have your spoon? Let us know. Yes, I do. Yay! All right. Cool. Now, if you do bend your spoon, you got to take a picture of it and share it on our page, okay? That would be so cool.
Yes.
All right, hold your spoon up a little bit higher, honey, because my little graphic here. There it is.
It's gone a little bit more.
Yep. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna grab another one. And I should have not put lotion on my hands. It's all slimy. Okay. All right. So I'm grabbing another spoon. Hey, Linda, you got your spoon?
Oh, look!
What? Show it. Yay! Oh, looky there. Good girl. There you go. Awesome.
Yay.
Deb says mine's not working. That's okay. Keep working at it. Keep working at it. Okay, so I'll talk you through it again. Sherry says, look at this. Sherry says, I love doing this, but my spoon supply is dwindling as Peyton loves this. That's cool.
Let's see if I can get.
Okay.
I love this.
Well, you know what, Sherry? Somebody told me that you got to make a little wind chime out of them. I'm going to do that with mine. I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna kind of take this one and put them together and make a little wind chime, something like that. Anyway. Oh,
woo, look at that, people.
Yes, There you go, girl. Awesome. That's good.
Oh, this is amazing. And
That
I
is
haven't
good.
been doing this long, so if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yes, yes. You know, it is a good exercise to train your mental faculties, because really doing psychic work, you don't force it, right? You don't force it. You just put that intention out there, and you have to believe in it. If you don't believe in it, it's going to be harder. Okay, it's going to be harder for you. So this gives you the confidence and you know, just the boost to help you go, wow, I can do this. I absolutely can do this. All right. Okay, let's do it again. Are you still working on your spoon? See,
It's gone a bit off.
okay, I'm gonna do mine now. I'm gonna do mine again, or a different spoon, actually. I want to
I'm going to try.
spin it when I get it. When I get it, but my hands are all. I put some lotion on before I started because they felt dry, but now they're sliding when I try to work with it. Kaya really bent her spoon. She is so excited. Yay! That is, you know what? Little kids, they can do, they're psychics. I mean, we're all psychics. We're all psychics. But you know what? They're quite natural at it because they haven't learned quite yet that they can't do it, right? So shh, don't tell them anything because they are so natural and beautiful and wonderful. And she bent her spoon. That is so exciting. Gosh, it's so exciting. All right. Here we go. Last one. Last spoon. Here we go. Okay, middle of this spoon. You know, I'm having so much fun with you. I want you to melt like butter. I want you to melt like an ice cream cone on a hot, hot day. You're just going to bend so easy and so willfully. You're going to be like silly putty. And I want you to stay soft enough for me to twist you, okay? That's what I want to do right now with this spoon. And then you release it. Allow that energy to work, that focus work on that spoon, the metal of the spoon. And then when you feel, it's an intuitive feeling, when you feel like the metal of the spoon is ready to be worked with, you give it a little
Woohoo!
woohoo! I'm going, come on. My hands are sliding all over the place. Come on, I'm gonna twist it so bad. All right, I can't twist it because I twisted it a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but I tried twisting it just a little bit.
This is
really
fun, isn't it?
You have just a couple seconds because it goes right back to the way it was, and then I can't bend it. I can't bend it any further from this. It's going to hurt my fingers. And you don't want to hurt your fingers, okay? The metal will become easy for you. Ta-da! Yay! Yay! Linda got it! Woohoo! Whoa! Like slime. Oh, that is so cool. I love that. Yes, you have to send us a picture. You have to send your
yeah, definitely. We'd love to see the pictures.
Very good.
This is
very good.
Do you know, if you'd have said to me that, oh, you can bend a spoon, like I would have laughed. But this is amazing.
Yeah, you know. Oh, I got to put Linda's. She says Linda got it. I got it! Yay! Woohoo! All right, Linda, you have to take a picture of your spoon and show us.
You could turn them into ladles, couldn't you? Let's see if I can break this one.
What?
Yeah,
Okay, go for it.
this is the one that I had to start with.
Okay. All right. I'm going to help. I'm going to help. Everybody help. Everybody help. And we'll say bend, 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 bend. Softly melt like silly putty. You will bend. Will bend. Hold your spoon up higher, honey, so we can see it. Yeah.
I've gone that far.
Wow, let me see. Let me see. Wow! Yay! Oh,
So it's not quite gone yet, but it's
yes. There are
it's getting there.
yeah, there are some spoons, you know, they've got different types of metal in the spoon. So some actually can, you know, if it's so soft and you can go back and forth, boom, it breaks, you know, when it's really soft. So for
That's
those
warm.
out there, the skeptics out there, you know, we're not heating it up, or you know, we're not doing anything, even though they say we will. But that's okay. You can be a
There's some
skeptic, but I know,
there's some heat on the.
you can do this. You can do this. Awesome. All right. Nice job. Nice job. Are you still working on your spoon?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see if that'll.
Cool.
Oh, it went a little bit. You can see it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
They're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Okay. All right. I am waiting for the next guest to come in. And what we can do is you can continue working on your spoons, or we can go back and do another dice roll. I'm out of my spoons. I didn't bring any more spoons.
I've got smaller spoons.
You get okay.
But I thought I've got. Anyone like a
All right,
spoon?
Claudel, quit doing your spoons and get in here, girl. You're next.
That is a lot of fun.
That is a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun. Okay.
Have you tried with a knife?
No, I haven't. You know why? Because I think, I don't know. I just don't see how I guess I don't feel like it would bend. What do you think? I guess it would.
We could give it a go.
You got it? You got a knife?
Not on me, but I think I may have some knives in that bag in the kitchen drawer.
Oh, I know I do, but I'd have to run all the way downstairs. Uh-oh. Claudel says she can't get in. Oh, no. What happened? Claudel was supposed to be next. Oh, dear. All right. All right. Let me send you the link one more time, Claudel. Let me send you the link.
Shall I change the flashing on it? Here we go. How's that?
All right, let's see if that will work for you. Try that. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the bamboo box again. All right.
Yes.
Back to that. And oh, okay. That's okay, Linda. Oh, that would be awesome. Linda says I can't I sent my picture to Lori. That's okay. Great. Oh, wonderful. I can't wait to see it. Nice. Nice. So everybody, if you got your spoon bent, please, please put it on the page for everybody to see. I'm just going to move my little thing back here. There we go. All right. So let's do bamboo box again. Here we go. All right, here we go. There it is. There it is. It's all shook up. Tune in. Take a couple of deep breaths. Okay, I think that's everybody. Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
3,
8,
2,
2,
1.
1. Here we go. Double twos. Oh. Who got
Did
a 2?
anyone get a 2?
Yes, Linda. Yay.
Oh, well done, Linda.
50%
Congratulations.
positively correct. And look at this. Kaya, she got a 2. Oh my gosh. Lori, you and I both said 1, 4. That's wild. Nice. Really, really, really nice. Nice job, everybody.
Congratulations to those that got 2.
Yes. Great job. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
Awesome.
So these are kind of, I mean, of course, they wouldn't be doing psychic games, but they'd be doing games, while they were sitting around the bonfires during the winter solstice nights, sharing laughter and fun and singing songs, right? Singing songs with each other. And some of the bonfires got huge. I have a picture of one in Japan here, in which they would light these huge bonfires on Mount Fuji. Okay. Look at this huge bonfire. And if you can see the little figures of the people there, yeah, huge bonfires that were just.
I can see people in there.
Yes, yes. And look how high the flames just shoot up, above their heads.
Oh.
Pretty amazing. And if you've ever done a fire meditation, oh, wow, it's amazing. You actually kind of go into trance as you stare at the fire. It is a natural thing. Don't we love to stare at fire? Don't we just,
I love to.
Yeah, fires in your fireplace. Just so comforting.
Hypnotic.
Yes, hypnotic. And I'll never forget, I'll share this really quick. The house I had up in Winter Park, Florida, I could have little bonfires in the backyard, and the kids and I would do that. In fact, we actually did that one Christmas. I actually got some moonshine from a friend. I never had moonshine before, and so we had this bonfire, and we were doing the s'mores and cooking the marshmallows. And I'll never forget, I was staring in the bonfire, and I was getting all these images coming up. And I grabbed my phone and I started taking pictures. And I can't find that picture. I think I've deleted it a long time ago. But there was a picture in there of one of the statues in Easter Island. I saw a statue of Easter Island. And then I actually saw a dog's face. And it's really interesting because at that point in time, I never thought of getting a dog. And several months later, I get a dog and the face looks exactly like what I saw in the fire. How cool is that? How cool is that? Yeah?
I'm seeing a lady there, and there's a child there, a little girl, and there's a lady there in the fire.
Yeah. That's what, and Lori's seeing totems in that fire. Yeah, it feels very magical, doesn't it? It feels, wow. The energy of
That's
fire.
amazing.
It's pretty unique. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, well, honey, I want to thank you so much for being with us. Claudel is able to get into the room now.
Is she?
Woohoo! Yep.
Hi,
So
Claudel.
we're going to
Have a great evening.
Thank you
I shall
so
be
much. All right, take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. There she is. Woohoo! Let's bring her in. Yay!
Hello.
Hello.
At last.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so let's get going on some pendulum readings. Claudel is here with her pendulum. Show everybody your pendulum.
Okay, I've got two today, so you have a choice.
Oh, ooh, I like the dark one. I like the dark one a lot. Yeah.
Okay, that's the obsidian.
Oh, is it?
Obsidian. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Anybody have a question for Claudel? Do you have a question? Who has a question?
I can't see you, Sandra, but it's okay.
Oh, okay.
I can only see myself. I battle to get on now, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to leave it as is. I don't see anybody's writing. I see nothing. So I'm going to just
Go with it.
rely on you.
All right. Yep.
Yeah.
I will let you know who comes up. All right. So while we see if anybody has a question, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with my own question. I am in the process of thinking about selling my house. Will my house sell within the next year?
Spirit guide. Sandra wants to know, will our house sell within the year? Within the next year? Will her house sell within the next year? Can you see?
I see it moving. Is that a yes or a no?
That's a yes.
Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, Spirit. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so here we go. Linda has a question.
Okay.
She says, is my dog Oliver going to be needing knee surgery in 2020?
Okay. Linda wants to know, will her dog need knee surgery in 2020, will her dog need knee surgery? As you can see, this is a yes.
Oh, okay. That's a yes, Linda. Poor little guy. Gonna need some.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Thank you, Claudel.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else have a question? Let's see if I have another question.
Okay.
Oh, Linda says thank you. Yep, you felt it, didn't you?
Okay. Only a pleasure.
Yep. She said thank you. She thought so. So thank you so much. Oh, okay. All right. Honey has a question.
Sure, honey.
Will my husband pass his medical? Is that an exam? His exam? Medical exam? Medical test? If you could just clarify a bit for that.
Pass his medical. Will he pass his medical? Will Honey's husband pass his medical? Yeah, I'm getting a yes. I'm thinking more medical examination. Is that what it is? A medical examination? A strong yes.
All right. She'll have to
Verify that.
But you know what? Lori has a question and she's actually here in the studio. So I'm going to go ahead and bring her in real quick. You ready, Lori? All right, let's bring you in.
Hi, Lori, and I can see Lori. Oh,
Well,
I love what you have on your head.
I know, that looks great. I love it.
Hello.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. It's his medical for work. So what was that?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't remember. What was the answer for that?
It was a yes.
That was a yes. Good.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, Lori has a question.
Okay.
Am I going to be a grandmother from my son next year?
Okay. Spirit guide, Lori wants to know, is she going to be a grandmother from her son's side? Will she be a grandmother next year? Oh, I'm getting a no. I'm getting a no.
Okay, that's all right.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Thank you, Claudel.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay. Claudel, thank you so much for being with us, hanging in there and getting on. We will do this again next time. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And welcome, Lori. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Sandra?
I'm doing great. I know you're very busy. You are a grandma, and this has got to be such an exciting time for you with these kids.
Oh, yes, absolutely. My son's coming into town tomorrow, and it's just going to be baby stuff and Christmas stuff for a week. So I'm excited.
Yay! Awesome. Oh, that's great.
Can Kaya show her spoon that she bent real quick?
Yes. Come on, Kaya. Let me see your spoon. Wow. Oh, that's awesome. How did it feel?
Felt really soft. Felt
Yeah.
like Putty.
Yes, that's it. Okay, now promise me that you won't bend all your mommy spoons, okay? Grandma's spoons.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Okay, great.
That's
I'm
awesome.
so
That's
excited to be here with you guys. I made us both a special wreath thing to wear on our heads for today.
Oh, that's awesome. I know. I wish, the winter solstice, the more I learned all about it, the more I got excited. And I'm like, well, what should we do for the winter solstice? We got to do something, right? So I'm
Yeah.
so glad that you all came together here like this to share with one another. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, huh, honey? She says, that is awesome spoon bending.
Yeah, it was. She was really happy about that when it happened, so that was great.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so Lori is here to give us some readings from her cards. Which cards do you have?
Well, I have both decks with me. I have my goddess guidance oracle cards, or I have my sacred geometry cards, are the cards that I have today, and I'll read from either deck.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so who would like to get a reading? Who would like to get a reading? We've got the new year coming, and there's all sorts of wonderful possibilities for the new year.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, it feels, I don't know. I said this before on our page in regards to the energy of winter, the energy of this Christmas season, the holiday season. It just feels different, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Totally. I
yeah.
feel a lot of love, more than usual.
Yeah. And do you think it's because we're all kind of collectively, humanly, the human race is kind of in the same type of mode where we're just resonating with it?
Yes, yeah, I do. And there is just so many more people waking up, and it just feels so good.
Yeah, yeah. Waking up to realizing that, we're not separated from one another.
Right,
We share collectively our energy together, not only as the human species, but also everything, the environment, trees, flowers, animals, even your cars, your machinery. I always get intuitively in tune with my cars. I always know pretty much right before when the engine light comes on. It's like something's not quite right. Sometimes I do, hear the little sounds or something, but many times I don't. It'll just come to me and I'll say, feels like it's time, I need to take care of something with this car. And before I know it, boom, the engine light comes on. So
yeah.
awesome. All right. So we've got Shayna Stevens here. She would like to get a reading.
Okay.
Anything in particular, Shayna, that you would like for Lori to focus on?
Yes, do you have a question or any particular deck that you would like? Okay. I don't see anything yet.
Not yet. I know there's a little bit of a delay here, so
Right. I don't know where she's contacting us from. She would want a love life question, please. So I think that my goddess deck would probably be more suited for that.
perfect. Okay, here we go.
Shayna, love life. Okay. The first card that I got is Maeve. And what this card says is that cycles and rhythms. I should have put more light over here. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So what I feel from this first card is that I definitely feel that there is something coming in your love life, but you definitely need to completely love yourself uh, and honor everything about it and all of your emotions. I'm going to go ahead and give you 2 more. And the second card is Siege, and what she represents is quiet time. So maybe it's not quite time for a relationship yet, because it says take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So what I'm getting from this is that you need to follow the cycles and rhythms within your body, and that love is coming, but you definitely need the quiet time for yourself and to meditate and to think about what serves your highest good. And this one's coming out. You got Aphrodite. Nice.
Yay, very nice.
She is the inner goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So what this is saying to you is to really take care of yourself, self-love, really appreciate yourself, and yes, most definitely dance. I have found that dancing, by myself brings so much love into me that it makes me feel so good. But I definitely see love in your future, but you have to follow taking care of yourself first and the cycles that it goes through to reach that. And you have to manifest that. You have to ask for that, and put it in your intentions on the full moon every month that you're looking for love. Is the best way I can tell you. And carry around a rose quartz crystal. This will help draw love to you and be more love. I hope that resonates with you, Shanna.
Beautiful. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay. Next we have is Linda.
Linda.
Linda would like to get a reading. Let's see. I think it's just a general reading. I don't see anything specific about what she wants.
I know Linda pretty well. I'm still going to stay with these oracle cards. I feel they'll suit her the best too.
Awesome. Okay. And as you get ready for Linda's reading, I'm going to share the feedback from Shayna. She says, this is perfect. I've been focusing on cutting ties and developing my spiritual gifts. That's beautiful. Good job. Wow.
Definitely, Shanna. I think that's definitely where you are. Most definitely. Okay. Mother Mary is your first card, and what her message is to you is to expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. I know that you're very spiritual, Linda, and you have helped me so much. But as soon as this card, I turned it over, I just felt tingles all around. I know that you need this miracle in your life, and it is coming. It is coming, Linda. I know that it is. Okay, let me see what the second card says. The second card is Kuan Yin. And she is the card of compassion, which I know that you already have. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. I know that you are a very generous person with your healing. I think that you need to focus more on you, Linda. And I know you do love yourself, but I think you really do need to take some time to really concentrate just on you and meditate just about thoughts of you. And third card is Ixiel, medicine woman. And her message is, you are a channel for divine healing power. and I know this. You are amazing with your healing work, and I know that that gives you a lot in return when you do that. But what this spread is saying to you is your miracle is coming, but please appreciate yourself and love yourself more, because you are the healing woman that I know that you are. I hope that resonates with you, Linda.
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh my gosh, yes. She says, you are so right on this. I don't take time for myself. Yeah. I know. You're superwoman. Superwoman. Okay, awesome. Beautiful. Okay. So next, Sherry. Sherry has a question.
Okay.
Let me see. There we go.
Will I be teaching infinite quantum healing in multiple states this coming year? I'm actually going to use my sacred geometry cards for Sherry,
Okay.
if that's okay with her. Oh, I have my spirit is, or my guide is beside me, singing a little tune over here, and it's just kind of going, yes, 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 yes. It's kind of funny. Nice. Thank you. Don't you love when they do that? I'm like just sitting here and I just hear this and I'm hearing them say yes. Nice. Thank you.
Aw.
Well, that's already a good sign, Sherry. All right. Cards. All right. Okay, the first card that I got for you is number 26, and it's empowerment.
Oh, that's a good one.
This
Wow.
is a real good one. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. Yes, I can say now that I'm definitely seeing you doing this, but I'm going to go ahead and do 2 more cards. That's a great card, number 26, empowerment. Okay. Number 14, communication is what is all about for you in your teaching, because you're going to want to communicate, with these other people. And what it says is, the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of the source and balanced exchange. So yes, and you are going to get great exchange from you providing these quantum classes. But I got one more card that's like peeking out the side. Whoa. You got dynamic triangle number 23. The frequency of dynamics supports our ability to harmonize between the layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. So yes, you will be doing this. It helps us put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar, completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. And it's going to be wonderful for you. This is going to be a great gift, a true blessing. So yes, Sherry, I hope that resonates with you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Great.
Okay. All right. Next, we have Claudel.
Okay. And she wants a general reading.
Okay.
Okay. I'm getting pulled back to my goddess oracle cards.
Okay.
I'm getting numbers for Claudel. It's telling me 8, so I'm going to go down 8. And your first card is Isolette. She is undying love. This is a beautiful card. She is a beautiful goddess. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. And I feel this about you. When we first met, even though I haven't met you in person, I feel that you have a very loving energy, and this is very visible to source in the universe. Let's see. And 2. Is Semet again, which is be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures your happy outcome. And what I feel like this is saying to you is don't be afraid of showing your love, because you are such a strong woman with so many beautiful, amazing psychic gifts that you have to share with others. And then third card.
Now, she also focused in on, I'm working on my crystal ball. Will I be successful next year? So can you tie that in with this as well?
Yes, because right as you were typing that question, I drew the card Abundia, and that means prosperity. So yes, the universe is pouring its abundance to you. Be open to receiving, Claudel. Yes, I definitely think that you are ready for your crystal ball, and it's going to be successful to you. Always speak, your true self, and just always let that love be there. I know that you're strong, and I know that this is going to come to you very, very easily.
Awesome.
I hope that resonates with you, Claudel.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, Lori, we are out of time. I want to thank you so much for spending a few moments with us here today. We'll do this again. Claudette says, she says, wow, I am so excited. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Lori. Have a wonderful weekend and a happy holiday. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I love you all.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Bye. Okay, and we have Sherry ready to come into the room. Here she comes. Oh, look at you. That's great. That's great. Can you move your camera down a little bit so we can see more of your... There we go. Oh, there you go. Much better. Awesome. I love your ears. That's just great. Or actually horns. Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. How have you been?
Busy, but good. Lots of teaching. Lots of teaching. Lots of Akashic teaching and lots of quantum teaching, and just getting ready for the next extension to the quantum. So like psychic surgery and whatever else that I know I'm going to teach to everybody else. So yeah.
That's great. That's wonderful. Oh my gosh. Well, Sherry is here. If anybody wants to get a reading from her from the Akashic Records, and or perhaps maybe psychic healing, if you need that as well, she is here to do that. I'm going to take advantage of this and start. Let's see. Oh, I know. What do you intuitively pick up for me for the year 2020?
I actually got a shift for you, like a big shift. I still see you doing this, but I feel like it's going to go to a different level. I also see more of your trance stuff coming in with the mediumship. Are you looking to change your job too? Because they're showing me like your job can shift depending if your house sells in the time frame that you're hoping. Does that shift your job too? Because they're showing me like your job could change.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good. It's not a bad shift. It's pretty good.
Yes. Woohoo!
And that's not like some of that was Akashic, but the other was like, this is just all coming in for you. So yeah, I do see lots of big shifts coming. As soon as I started, it was like my whole body was shifting. So I know it's going to shift for you.
Nice. And that correlates exactly with, before I moved for this job, I kept seeing 555, which is the number for change, in growth and that sort of thing. And lately I've started to see 555 again, I get pulled to a license plate, or I get pulled to looking at the digital clock, and it's like, oh, there it is again, 555. So awesome. Awesome. Okay. Linda would like to get a psychic healing.
So for you, Linda, I'm just being drawn to a past life. So I'm just going to go there first, and then I'll just see what it brings up, and then I'll do the healing in there. It will shift into this life. So they're showing me like a battle zone, and actually just as I came in, I had to stop because it was like a bomb just landed right beside you, and then it was like the light from the bomb shattering by you. And I feel like it plays a lot to do with like your upper neck and shoulders. So I don't know if you have that lingering pain in this life. Yeah, it's from your ear down to like the top of your chest. There you go. So that's how this life, whatever has to do with that. So just because it presents as you being in a war there doesn't mean it's that here. It's just the karma that's attached to that war that you bring with you.
Awesome. Okay, we have a question. Shayna asks, what is an Akashic reading?
So the Akashic records are your life that you've ever lived, ever said, ever done on Earth. I'm just trying to explore the further past of that. So like galactic that as well. But everything you've ever done and said, that's where everything is kind of stored. Some people see it as a book. Some people see it as a movie. I see it as a movie. I've worked very closely with Metatron and some of the archangels to be able to do the healing that I do in there, to have it shift and transform into this life. So yeah, it's being able to access everything. You can also access the collective. So if you want to go stand and watch 9/11, you can go and stand in the Trade Center and watch the whole thing unfold. You can't change it, but you can watch it.
Yeah, energy, any frequency of any time frame, you can train yourself to kind of like time warp, or time travel. Boom, right to that place. Absolutely, very good. And Linda says, she says, yes, I have pain every day in my neck and back. So spot on there, and she thanks you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Just give that time to shift, and it should be gone.
Oh, okay. Shayna says, that's amazing. I've experienced just bits and pieces. Yeah. So, you are on a wonderful journey there, Shayna, and we are here to help you as well. So, delve right into it a lot more. That's great. That's awesome. Okay. Next we have Deb. Deb is next. And let me find her comment here somewhere. There it is. She'd like to get an Akashic reading.
So because you didn't ask any specific question, I'm just going to go to the past.
Okay.
What's her full name?
Deb Stratton. Deb Stratton.
So they're showing me a battle, and you are a soldier, but you're not like the everyday soldier. There's the king, and then there's the king's highest in charge, and you're just below him. And for some reason, you have a hard time speaking your truth to this person. I feel like because he's your superior, that you feel inferior to him, and that you can't still verbalize what it is that you truly want. I feel very much it's a pull to this life. Certain things you'll speak up about, and other things it's just like, I don't want to say anything for fear of whatever is going to happen, the repercussions or whatever. Unless you decide to stand up and speak your truth, that never changes. So whatever fear that you're holding on to from the past to this life, just let it go. You're the only one who overthinks the fear. Because they're showing me actually from this life, it's like 4 other lives that you've been here, same thing. I feel anxiety too, like it brings anxiety with you about that. It feels like it just gets to the point where it's so overwhelming. I feel like you hold the judgment from the past without releasing it. So anything that comes up that feels weird about the past, just say, I let this go. It no longer serves me.
Awesome. What a beautiful reading. Wow. Very powerful too. Okay. Next is Claudel. She'd like to get a reading as well. And I don't see anything specific for that either, unless you want to tie it into, she made a comment earlier with Lori about using her crystal ball. Maybe you can see in regards to that whole picture.
So I was picking up stuff before Lori even tuned into her question. So I did get a yes, but I also get that you need to stand out of your way just a little bit and kind of like jump. Because I'm getting like a push-pull from moving forward. And it's kind of like, if you don't step out and step out of that comfort zone that you feel like you need a little bit, that it's going to always be that push-pull. But if you actually let go of everything and just surrender to whatever's going to happen and know that it's true, just like you do with your pendulum, it's the same idea. everything is based off of energy. And if you believe in that energy, then how can you be wrong? So you have to kind of like take your ego side and say, go stand in the corner while I do this. And then just jump. One thing they are bringing up, though, is I see a branch and I see like two roads or a piece of like a wishbone branch or whatever. I see the pendulum one way and I see the crystal ball another way. But I'm also getting like if you go take the pendulum and go throw it in the water, you can still do what you do without the pendulum. And I'm also getting like the crystal ball will be more successful than the pendulum, but you just have to believe that. I see like a conference room. It almost looks like a hotel ballroom or conference room, and there's like it's kind of like, it seems like a psychic event or a psychic fair, and you're there giving a talk to like a small group of people. I got like 9 months or so. But I'm also by May, you need to have this all down pat, whatever it is you're going to do.
Awesome. Beautiful reading. Thank you so much. All right. Next we have is Shayna. Shayna would like to get a Akashic reading regarding karmic patterns that she needs to break.
So this is a long time ago. This is like, I'm getting like 412 BC. And they're showing me you as a young mom, and you have like, well, you're pregnant. And then you have a little girl on your hip and a little boy beside you. Those three will be with you always, whether you decide to have them or not. They'll always be with you. But it's at some points, I feel like you don't believe in yourself because they're showing me like you being a mom and like the hubby is nowhere. So it's you believing in the fact that you can actually do this. That's one of them. That stays with you quite a bit. I don't know if you've broken that. If it doesn't feel like it's fully broken here yet, there's still more that needs to come. There's also something between you and your dad. I don't know if your dad or your grandfather from your dad's side was in a war, but you have a karmic connection of his, and I can't do that on here. We would have to do that in a private session to clear that. It's something to do with his karma that he gave to your dad, and then all of a sudden your dad has it, and he's transferred it to you, not meaning to. It was supposed to be done, but it's still there. They're showing me in you, it shows up as like an indecision, or like right here at the back of the head, it feels like pressure, almost like you're going to get a headache, but it's not a headache. And they're just showing me it's from your grandfather. Same kind of blast scenario as Linda with the bomb going off. Something happened behind your grandfather while he was in war that affected him here, and that's what you're carrying forward. It creates indecision, and it creates like I want to say almost like forgetfulness, or they're just like Alzheimer's. So that's why I'm relating it. But it's something to do with that. It creates indecision because you're not sure what to do. And it's from that. I'm also getting like a small connection around money. Money it's like wound up like a thread and someone has to release it. They're showing me the release is not here yet. It has to do with your mom's side of the family. Someone's got like a spool of thread and the money issues just is wound so tight that it's like you take one round off and it goes back on 10. So those are the biggest ones. There's more than that. That was hard to tell you. But yeah, those are the 4 big ones. And as you clear those 4, the other stuff will start to unravel on their own.
Awesome. Very good. And she says, yes, all of that makes complete sense.
Awesome. Glad to hear.
Awesome. Very good. Awesome. That is so cool. Okay. Wow. All right. I think we have time. Let's see here. Yeah, we have time for another one. And we have well, here's Claudette's response. She says, thank you. And I did see in my crystal ball before, but I wasn't ready. And I was afraid. Yes, I'm working on it now. So she says, thank you. Thank you for your energy. And pretty much confirming what she already knew, right?
Sometimes we get that confirmation, right?
Absolutely. You know, many times we psychically and intuitively feel things. And, you know, it's good to go to another psychic medium, healer, you know, Akashic reader to get that confirmation, because many times we doubt ourselves, you know, and we ignore it or poo-poo it away, and then it just keeps coming back and back when really we should seek the guidance that we need intuitively.
Mm-hmm.
Intuitively. Awesome. Very good. Okay. Oh, you'll be fine. Yes. But you know what? And now that you know what you need to work on, you know, you can be more aware of things in your life and not follow the old patterns, you know, break the old patterns and get moving with the new energy coming into your life right now. That's awesome. Yay. Nice. Okay. We have a Facebook user here. Because I'm not live on Facebook Live, I'm using a broadcast system to come into the group setting here. I don't know your name. So if you could put your name next to I would love a reading, that would be very, very helpful. That would be very helpful. Okay. Let's see. Let's give it a little bit. You're welcome. She says, absolutely. That's beautiful.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could be here to help.
Yes. Yes.
Can I share a story?
Yes, please do.
So after the last time we did this, there was a couple of girls who responded over some of the stuff that I was able to help them heal. And then I was working on a friend, on her husband, and he had a degenerative jaw disease. So I actually rebuilt his whole jaw. And as I was doing that, I was told to go into his Akashic. So I went in and I said, okay, just show me what I need to know. Why is this affecting his jaw? So he was shot, and so was another gentleman. So I went in and I healed his wounds, and he was fine. And then I just asked permission to heal somebody else. They're like, sure. I didn't know there was any relation to whoever was there. So he had a bullet wound through his neck here. So I healed it up, sewed it up, and did my transformation on him. It turns out that the gentleman who I was rebuilding his jaw, it was his best friend in this life.
Wow.
And he had neck pain. So he couldn't work out. He actually stopped working out because of it. So they said to him, go to the gym and do a really hefty workout and see how you feel. He goes, my neck is fine. And then they told him what I did. Dude was blown away. So yeah.
Awesome. Very good. Okay. So the lady who would like to get the reading, her name is Liz Armstrong.
Okay.
I hope that's okay, Liz. Liz Armstrong. She would like to get a reading.
So I'm seeing something around horses, but I'm also seeing that she has a little side of her that is a healer, and I don't know if she's tapped fully into what she could do, but I'm just seeing like she feels everything the horse feels. She's very young. She's like 6 years old. So she's like just taking her hands and feeling along this horse, and she gets to the horse's stomach and she knows that something's not right because her stomach is in knots. It's like being able to tune into more than just the energy of the healing, kind of similar to like what I do with the quantum and the psychic surgery, but she's able to do it on the animals more so than on humans. But I see the connection between the speaking her truth and speaking up about what she believes in and what she knows to be real is tough on a certain aspect for her because she doesn't want people to see. It's almost like she was wearing a mask of sorts. You got to take that mask off. Let the world see who you are, whether you have gifts or not. Like, I have people who follow me too, and they're like, I can't post on your website and give you a review because my friends will see it. Who cares? Step into you. And I feel like you need to do that in this life. I'm really being pushed. I'm also getting like something that you're picking up on the horse, but it's actually with you as well. Something with your back kidneys on the right side. I will do a little healing in there, but if you have kidney issues or you're not sure, go to your doctor and get that checked. Right side, just below your lung. It's better to, even though I'm doing the healing in here, it's better to get it checked than you know. Because I'm not a doctor. But I am getting, for sure, you need to start tapping into animal healing. I'm also starting to see that you need to start taking classes where it shows you the anatomy of the insides of animals. I'm getting horses and cows and pigs. So if you're not already doing something with those animals, this is your next step further. I'm also getting that you have some emotional attachments to stuff that happened back in that life that you need to release. It does affect you in this life. It just is very different. It has something to do with your family. I'm getting mom and dad together as a whole when you were very young, but it still stems from that life. And that's why you gravitate towards the animals, because you don't want to be around them at certain points. When they're out of the way, you're happy. When they're in the way, you're miserable. Yeah, they won't even let me clear it in there because that's something that you have to work on. I can work on it with you if so need be, but those are things they're blocking you in this life, and they will continue to block you until you deal with them and release them.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Sherry. We are so glad that you had the time with us, as well as Lori and Claudel and Honey. Oh my gosh. Wonderful ladies that you are. We'll have to do this again sometime. I would love to do that.
Thank you so
much.
Thank you for all of us, everyone to join and watch, and
Oh, very good. All right. Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to give some readings myself. I want to thank you all for joining us today. I'm going to do some general readings or specific readings if you like. And I will go in and see also if you've got some loved ones around you who wish to speak to you as well. Okay. That was awesome. Yeah, definitely. I know. I love working with all these ladies, and I know there are many more on our page who are psychics and mediums, and you just need to believe in yourself and start working with your psychic senses, right? Okay, so who would like to get a reading? Who would like to get a reading? The last few minutes of this broadcast, I'm willing to give a reading. You know, the winter solstice is a very special time. It's come from traditions of old, from England and Scandinavian and German. Many different cultures all have their own traditions for the winter solstice. And now that the world is smaller, so to speak, because of the internet, we all can speak to each other, that we come together and we share our traditions. And what a beautiful thing, really, that we share and we take a little bit from each other, right? And I feel that spiritually, that's the way we are all heading towards, is that we are not separate from one another. We never have been separate from one another. Love is a universal energy that speaks to all. It speaks to you and through you, and it's who you are, right? It's who you are. Awesome. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to, somebody up front said they would like to get a reading. Hold on. Okay, all right. All right. Honey, I'm gonna tune in for you here. I'm gonna take a moment here and clear the energy. Oh, what did I do with my bowl here? Here we go. Okay, honey, what I've got coming in through with you, girl, you've got a lot of loved ones around you. And it's definitely pointing towards the event that is soon to happen. And I believe you know what I'm talking about. They are preparing for a transition, and they are going to help support and love that soul that comes over through that transition. It's not, death is not the end. Death is a new chapter, a new beginning, is what I'm feeling. There's actually, and it sounds counterintuitive, but there's actually a very celebratory I'm feeling to this, and I know you're going to understand that. I'm getting a woman, a lovely woman that is around you. I also have a male that also wants to step forward as well. But the lady is saying, you know, we are preparing lovingly. It's very angelic feeling as well. I'm seeing this woman with short hair on the light side. And she's got a very uplifting personality. She's about maybe 5'6". And she's a lady of the family that feels like she kind of knew it all. She was very maternal, very strong in her personality coming through. And she is, and I'm trying to decide, she feels like she's in the middle, so it could be on your husband's side or your side. But I feel like she's like, I'm here for both of you, is what I'm getting from her. She's here for both of you, you and your husband, in regards to supporting you and loving you. I'm seeing a rocking chair. And I'm seeing a house with a cobble fence, stone fence as well. And she is very excited that you participated in this event, because she feels also very Christmassy. She feels it's got that family tradition behind her as well. Now the gentleman, he's one. He's like, okay, let me come in here. I've got a gentleman here who's about 5'6", 5'7" ish, maybe even 5'8". I'm seeing a very strong physical posture for him. I'm seeing a wooden table, and I'm seeing him kind of working with his hands, woodworking, as well as repairing things. I hear the word repairing things as well. Hard worker, hardworking man. And he's saying, I'm here to support you. I love you very much. Got lots going on there. He said, I'm hearing him say in the physical plane. And he says, don't take it too seriously. It's all going to work out for you. I'm also hearing the word financial, and worries, financial worries, not to worry about it. It's all going to work out, though you do worry about it, because you care so much. And I see him like this. I'm very much of a thinker, very a deep thinker, and he had he had wonderful humor. At times, he could be frank as well, speaking like it is, as well as that lady. I don't know. I'm getting the feeling that these two had a relationship together. Grandmother, grandfather. But they definitely feed off each other's energy. And they're here for you, honey. They really are here for you. They see what's happening. They know that this transition is coming, and they want you to spiritually connect to their energy, because they're here to help you go through this process, as well as with your husband. Okay. And they love the fact that you love him and you want to protect him as well. They say they know it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. Many times when we go through life and we are supporting someone else, it can be difficult at times. But pull back from being swallowed into your worries is what they're saying. And your grandfather says, well, darn it, get a hobby, get busy, don't worry about it. Take your mind off of things, bake a pie, cook, keep yourself busy. Lovely, lovely, lovely people. Thank you so much. And they love you and they support you and they will be with you. I hope that message resonates with you. Oh, yeah? Grandfather and gran. Okay. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I know. Can you feel them, Shayna? Do you feel them coming through? Yeah. They've got that wonderful energy coming through right now. And I love it that you can feel their energy as well. That's mediumship for you. Isn't it awesome? That is so awesome. Okay. Who else wanted a reading here? Let me pull up a bit. Okay, Deb. There is a lady coming through here, and I'm seeing her at your side, which means it could be either a sister or it could be a peer, a friend who has passed. It feels like I'm seeing the number 5 years. Something about the number 5. It could mean a month. May. May. I'm seeing her with short hair as well. Can you identify this lady? I'm going to continue. I feel like she worked. I'm seeing, oh, this is interesting. I'm seeing in an office setting as well as in a restaurant setting. You know, perhaps she had multiple jobs. This could be a friend of a friend coming in. Sometimes when spirits come in, it could be from a friend of a friend. So if you could just take that information with you, and if you do know who that is, let me know and I will tune back into that energy, because she's very clear here for me. I'm seeing her in jeans. I'm seeing her in a button-up white shirt with a collar. And sleeves rolled up as well. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to tune into you again. Let me find your... Okay, I've got a gentleman here. I'm seeing him with a bit of facial hair. I'm seeing him sitting in a bar type setting. And I'm seeing him with a beer, Guinness. Or a tall glass of beer. I feel like he loved cars. He enjoyed motorcycles. I feel like he worked, I'm seeing a road and trucks. I don't know whether he was a construction worker or he drove a truck, because that's what I'm seeing, and I'm asking him further. And now I'm seeing boots. I'm seeing boots. Okay, okay. Okay, you know who that gentleman is. Okay. He is coming forward for you because he wants you to know I'm hearing him say you need to be strong. You need to be strong. He feels like you need to speak up. You need to speak up, express yourself, and you need to be strong about that. He feels like, and also I'm hearing fears. He's showing me that you're kind of like afraid to open up the door and walk out in regards to opening up a new avenue of your life. I don't know if you're thinking about going back to school for a new career or a new job. But he says that there's something that you're contemplating here, and you shouldn't let it deter you. You shouldn't be afraid. You shouldn't allow the doubts to keep you where you're at. And that's why he says, girl, you need to be strong. I hope that message resonates with you. Okay, awesome. Very good. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too personal, but that's the message that he is bringing forth through to you, and he's kind of like next to you. He's like your little spirit guide here. He's like your cheerleader. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, and Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Shayna. Thank you. You know, it's much easier when you've got somebody, you know, face to face with you doing mediumship. And this is quite the stretch, which I absolutely love. I'm going to do more of this work, tuning into the energies of people, the pictures on Facebook, absolutely, and our mediumship page. You can tune into the energies of people there. But this is even like a step further, and I absolutely love it. All right, what time is it? Oh, it's 4 o'clock, and I did promise to make this 2 hours. I will be back later at another point in time to give more readings. Thank you, Deborah. Deb. Why did I say Deborah? Deb. Maybe you grew up as a Deborah. Okay, that just came right out. Merry Christmas to you. And I want to share with everybody a winter solstice blessing. Now is a time to honor the rebirth of the sun, to remember the light in the darkest part of the season, with hope of good things to come and the promise of renewed life. The winter solstice, in all of its darkness, can remind us of our own darkness, of the darkness of the world around us. But you know what? The light always comes. It is always reborn. The light comes to us in loving ways, kind acts with one another, supporting one another. That is what contrast does. The dark and the light must come together. You should never, ever try to eliminate the darkness, because it is the darkness that keeps us humble, that keeps us real, that allows us to appreciate the light. So the dark and light is very natural, as it is in day and night. Okay? I want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we'll be with each other soon. Okay? Oh, thank you. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. Thank you again to all the beautiful ladies who came and shared their time and energy with all of this here. Bye. Oh, thank you.